Days of Our Lives 1st to 25th, secrets, betrayals, and explosive reunions shake Salem to its core. Buckle up, devoted viewers, because the week of April 21st through April 25th is set to deliver one of the most dramatic stretches Salem has seen in quite some time. With passions flaring, secrets unraveling, and past sins rising to the surface, these episodes will keep you on the edge of your seat. Relationships will be tested, families will be shaken, and long-held grudges may finally reach their breaking point. Jada confronts Sean over Rafe and Sammy's scandal. It all begins with a brewing storm that's been simmering under the surface for months. Jada Hunter finds herself in an emotionally charged position as she uncovers the truth about Rafe Hernandez's betrayal. Word reaches her that Rafe and Sammy Brady, of all people, have reignited their past flame and spent the night together. This revelation sends ripples through Salem's social circles, but Jada's reaction is particularly compelling. Rather than confronting Rafe directly, she seeks out Sean Brady, perhaps looking for clarity, a sympathetic ear, or maybe something more. As Jada and Sean share a quiet but intense conversation behind closed doors, emotions run high. Sean, still nursing his own wounds and losses, becomes an unlikely confidant. Could this interaction pave the way for a deeper connection between them? And what will happen when Rafe realizes the consequences of his reckless choices? Jada is not a woman easily fooled, and this week proves she's not one to be taken for granted. DiMera loses control, but the fight isn't over. Meanwhile, DiMera is reeling from a stunning defeat. In a bold and unexpected move, Xander Kyriakis has managed to wrestle control of Era Enterprises right out from under her. For a woman used to being 3 steps ahead of everyone else, this loss hits Kristen like a slap in the face. But make no mistake, this isn't the end of her story. Kristen may be down, but she's never out. To make matters worse, the investigation into the shooting of DiMera is far from over, and Kristen remains a person of interest. Devereaux and Sean Brady, who have been methodically piecing together the events leading up to the attack, are beginning to suspect that Kristen may be hiding something. Although there's no concrete evidence yet, their instincts are telling them she's involved, and if Kristen's smart, she'll realize that the noose is tightening. Will she find a way to clear her name? Or will her past finally catch up with her in the most damning way possible? Philip's secret betrayal, set to explode one of Salem's most complicated love triangles, is about to take a heartbreaking turn. For months, Sarah Horton has been hiding the truth from her husband, Xander. Truths that will not only destroy his trust in her, but may also ruin the foundation of their marriage forever. Sarah, it turns out, has been in cahoots with none other than Philip Kyriakis. The two have been conspiring behind Xander's back, weaving a web of deception that is about to come crashing down. Why would Sarah do such a thing to the man who has always put her first? That's the question that haunts this week's episodes. Sarah's motivations, while arguably noble in her own mind, reveal a deep misunderstanding of the man she married. She claims she wanted to help Xander become a better version of himself, that she thought having another brotherly figure like Philip might anchor him. But instead of helping, she may have irreparably damaged the one relationship that mattered most. As for Philip, he didn't quietly leave town like some might believe. Though he slipped away under the cover of scandal, after lying to Xander and allegedly stealing half of his brother's inheritance. His absence has only added fuel to the fire. And now that he's back in the picture, the fallout promises to be nothing short of catastrophic. New Rachel, new drama. Thursday, April 24th marks a turning point on multiple fronts. Not only does it launch the beginning of May's sweeps, when all the big surprises come out, but it also marks the debut of Alice Halsey as the newly recast Rachel Black. With a new face comes a new chapter in this young character's life, and trust us, this child is no stranger to chaos. Rumors are swirling that little Rachel may play a pivotal role in the investigation surrounding EJ's shooting. Could it be possible that she's involved in some shocking way? With tensions high and secrets bubbling to the surface, anything is possible in Salem. One wild theory suggests that Rachel may have even fired the shot that struck her uncle. It's unthinkable, but then again, so was Stefano DiMera rising from the dead, and we all remember how that turned out. Prom night shenanigans, Tate, Sophia, and Holly's revenge plot? Over on the younger side of Salem, drama brews among the town's next generation. Tate Black, Leo Howard, finally musters the courage to ask Sophia Choi, Rachel Boyd, to prom. She says yes, but that's not the whole story. Holly Jonas, Ashley Puzimis, already fuming that Tate didn't choose her, is plotting something sinister, and if the rumors are true, she's going to exact her revenge in the most dramatic way possible. In one bizarre twist, some say she's going to invite Doug Williams, played by the late Bill Hayes, in a nod to the legend himself, as part of a twisted prom night threesome revenge plot. While this likely won't go quite that far, it highlights the ridiculous but irresistibly fun drama Days is famous for. Keep your eyes on Holly, she's got her mother's cunning and a teenager's fury, and that's a dangerous combination. JJ's romantic misfire with Gabby. As if things couldn't get more tangled, JJ Devereaux is still trying to win back Gabby Hernandez. After Gabby was cleared of suspicion in EJ's shooting, JJ thought they might have a second chance. But Gabby, ever pragmatic and focused on her own goals, is done. She's moved on and has no interest in rehashing old romances, especially not with someone whose loyalty wavered when things got tough. JJ's going to have to pull out all the stops if he hopes to win her back. But is it even worth trying when Gabby's heart is already elsewhere? Stay tuned, because every twist and turn this week will leave a mark on Salem that could change the town's future forever. With relationships in tatters, power plays underway, and a gunshot mystery looming over everything, Days of Our Lives continues to prove why it remains one of the most gripping, iconic dramas on daytime television. Days of Our Lives, Friday, April 18th. Gabby and Vivian explode, Rafe and Sammy's farewell, Xander seethes, and secrets unravel for longtime viewers of Days of Our Lives. Friday's episode on April 18th brings a flurry of passion, betrayal, and long overdue confrontations that will stir up emotions for both new and seasoned fans. Salem is anything but quiet, and this episode proves once again that in this town, the past is never truly buried, and everyone has a role to play in the grand drama of secrets and lies. Fire of family feud ignites. Gabby and Vivian clash. The centerpiece of the episode revolves around a bitter and blazing confrontation between Gabby and Vivian. For those who've followed the DiMera family saga, this conflict has been simmering for years. The hatred Vivian harbors toward Gabby is no secret, and the tension between them finally boils over in a dramatic, explosive encounter that feels both inevitable and deeply satisfying. What fuels this clash? The history is tangled and dark. Stefan DiMera, Vivian's son, once married Gabby in a whirlwind of passion, betrayal, and business maneuvers. But this union was more than Vivian could stomach. In her twisted, possessive way, she never believed Gabby was good enough for her son. Rather than confront her son or speak honestly, Vivian went to terrifying lengths. She kidnapped Stefan, exiled him to an undisclosed location against his will, and falsified legal documents, specifically fake divorce papers, to convince Gabby that Stefan had abandoned her. It was cruel. It was ruthless. It was vintage Vivian. And now, the truth is out. When Gabby confronts Vivian on Friday, the gloves come off. Accusations fly, voices rise, and old wounds are ripped open again. But what hurts the most is the reminder of everything that could have been between Stefan and Gabby if not for this cold manipulation. Viewers who remember this arc will likely feel the sting of nostalgia. And perhaps a longing for more screen time from Stefan, whose absence leaves a noticeable void in the DiMera legacy. Italy. Rafe and Sammy's emotional goodbye? Meanwhile, over at Rafe's, an emotional and slightly mysterious scene plays out between him and Sammy. She's preparing to leave town, bound for Italy, but not before Rafe shares a personal confession. He opens up to her, perhaps with a little regret, perhaps seeking closure, before she finishes packing her bags. There's a poignant intimacy in this moment. Rafe and Sammy have had a complicated history filled with passionate highs and painful lows. As she prepares to leave, the question lingers in the air, is this really goodbye? Or will their paths continue to cross? Rafe admits something to her, something that may change how we view his recent relationship decisions. He suggests that perhaps he misread the situation with Jada. It's unclear whether he's looking for forgiveness or simply unburdening himself before she departs. But this kind of quiet, emotional reckoning is the kind of storytelling Days excels at. Fans who've rooted for or agonized over Sammy and Rafe through the years will likely feel a tug on the heartstrings as the two share what might be their last honest conversation in some time. Man Detective: A Warning for Melinda Trask, and Trouble for Kristen? In another part of Salem, Detectives Sean Brady and J.J. Devereaux issue a tense and cryptic warning to District Attorney Melinda Trask. But the question hanging over the scene is, why? The connection seems to lead back to Kristen. She's still under suspicion for EJ's shooting. Not long ago, authorities found a gun hidden in her handbag, an ominous discovery that immediately placed her back in the hot seat. However, things got complicated when ballistics tests came back negative. The weapon in question does not match the bullet that injured EJ. So if not that gun, was there another? Is Kristen hiding more? Sean and JJ seem to think so. Their warning to Trask isn't idle chatter, it's laced with urgency and a sense that something dangerous is still in play. What new evidence have they uncovered? And is Kristen's freedom about to slip through her fingers just when she thought she was in the clear? For fans who love the cat-and-mouse games of Salem's justice system, this moment hints at a juicy storyline to come. Pouting face Xander's fury, Philip's last deed? And finally, in the closing scenes of the episode, tensions flare between Xander and Philip. The always volatile Xander is livid, his frustration is practically radiating off the screen. It's clear that the fake secret that's been hovering over these men for weeks is finally about to be exposed. Though Xander is in no mood for charity or peace offerings, Philip steps up with what seems like one final good deed. Perhaps it's his way of making amends, or maybe it's just the last play of a man who knows his time in Salem is once again coming to an end. This moment feels bittersweet, especially for viewers who've grown attached to Philip. Jean-Paul Lavoisier has given us a memorable, layered portrayal of a character caught between legacy, guilt, and unshakable ambition. His departure, whether temporary or not, leaves another open thread in Salem's fabric, and fans are left wondering, will he be back? Don't worry, the door is never truly closed in Salem. A final thought for longtime fans: for many who've watched Days of Our Lives for decades, Friday's episode is a reminder of everything that makes the show enduring: powerful family rivalries, complex romances, shocking reveals, and heartfelt goodbyes. Whether you've followed these characters for 5 years or 50, the depth of history they carry makes every word feel weighted, every glance charged with meaning. As new secrets surface and familiar faces fade in and out, the heart of Salem remains strong. And it's episodes like these that prove Days of Our Lives still knows how to captivate its audience with storytelling that's as rich and thrilling as ever.